Hello, and welcome to Maxim Completum, where we take completing games to a whole new level. In today's episode, we will be 100%ing Super Mario Bros. Wonder on the Nintendo Switch. To 100% Super Mario Wonder, we will need to collect all 7 world seeds and defeat the final boss. In addition to that, we will also need to collect all 6 profile medals, which we unlock by buying all 24 badges, getting all 75 golden flagpoles, buying all 144 standees, collecting all 222 wonder seeds, and collecting all 306 flower coins. I started up a brand new profile, selected Yellow Toad as my character, and we got started with the first world of the game, Pipe Rock Plateau. The first level, Welcome to the Flower Kingdom, went very well. I got all 3 purple coins, collected the wonder seed, and got the golden flagpole at the end of the level, and then immediately moved on to probably the most infamous level in the game, Piranha Plants on Parade, sporting one of the most popular wonder seed effects in the entire game. And for good reason. 3 star coins and another golden flagpole down, I ended up having to go back into the level because I missed out on the secret exit, thus missing out on another golden flagpole. Thankfully, the secret exit is very easy to find, and we were able to get that golden flagpole very quickly. After a very quick level of Scram Skedaddlers, we finally made it to the first open world section of the game. But first not after taking a detour to the Poplin House in order to get a free wonder seed. With the first world being opened up to us, we began with the level Bull Rush coming through, making sure to go back into the level to make sure I get the second wonder seed, which you have to replay the level for since you're unable to access it when you have the wonder flower effect. After clearing Here Come the Hoppos, I decided to get a couple of very quick easy wonder flowers, before moving on to the first Wiggler race in the game, which I just barely got a sub-minute time on. As an award for completing the level, we obtained the Auto Super Mushroom badge, which is the second badge in our collection, and opening the path that we need in order to complete the rest of World 1. Before I went to the castle to complete World 1, however, there was still a bunch of levels in the upper region blocked by a big rock, which we promptly got rid of for a bunch of purple coins. After doing Roller Koopa Derby, we did the quick break time event, as well as the first badge challenge in the game, Badge Challenge 1. Feeling confident about beating the first badge challenge, I went ahead and went after the next one, the Wall Climb Jump Challenge, quickly beating it and unlocking the Wall Climb Jump badge, bringing our total number of badges up to 3. After finishing that, I decided to go down to the lower parts of World 1, where there are a couple of extra levels hiding. Swamp Pipe Crawl took an embarrassingly long time to beat, as there was one purple coin that I just couldn't find for several minutes. But after several minutes of searching, I was able to find it and complete the level. After a quick knockout arena and beating the Angry Spikes and Sinking Pipes level, we had finally finished every level in the lower parts of World 1. With that done, I went to the upper part of World 1 to knock out the 4-star difficulty level Bull Rush Express, where I ended up having my first death of the series, trying to get a purple coin that I missed. Thankfully, second time's a charm, and I was able to get the purple coin and complete the level, although I did have to go back into the level in order to unlock the secret exit. Next up was Spoilings in the Twilight Forest. This level was a cakewalk. I ended up having to go back into the level in order to get a wonder seed that I missed, but besides that, the level went very well. With that done, all that was left was Cosmic Hoppos, which honestly was a very easy level. Next up, we unlocked our 4th badge, being the Jet Run badge, after beating the first expert challenge for it. I wasn't initially a fan of this badge, but I will admit it did grow on me toward the end of the game. But with the challenge level done and our 4th badge in our possession, we now have beaten every level in World 1 with the exception of the castle. So I slapped on the Parachute Cap badge, grabbed an elephant power-up, and made my way to the boss, promptly beating him up and beating every single level in World 1, and unlocking the open world area of the game, the Petal Isles. That said, there was one flower seed that I did end up forgetting. I ended up completely forgetting about the badge and the wonder seed that was found in the Poplin shop, so I quickly went back and grabbed both of them, getting the coin reward badge and getting the final wonder seed in World 1. After that, I spent a bunch of money on the standees, unlocking quite a few of them before moving on, but not after getting Toad's Little Dance for completing all of Pipe Rock Plateau. Moving on to Petal Isles, we quickly obtained the very first wonder seed, which we got from the Poplin House. After that, I quickly knocked out the Dolphin Kick challenge, unlocking yet another badge. After completing a few more levels and obtaining a new badge from the shop, we were able to move on into World 2, where we quickly knocked out My Way Valley, Kick It Out My Way, and Pokepede Pass. After that, we moved on to the Wall Climb Jump 2 challenge, which is a more difficult version of the Wall Climb Jump challenge. This one was done pretty quickly and we moved on to Puzzling Park, which was also completed very quickly. With 9 wonder seeds already in the bag, I went ahead and completed the next required level, Condarts Away. After buying a wonder seed from the shop, we moved on to Pole Block Passage. And I think you could tell where this is going. This level went pretty well, didn't have too many difficulties with it, and we were able to move on. After that, we did Cloud Cover, Fluff Puff Kerfuff, and the Floating High Jump Challenge, which gave us a brand new badge. After that, I went ahead and did the Jump 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 Challenge, one of my personal favorite levels in the game. After that, I went ahead and knocked out the Spring Feet Challenge, giving us yet another badge. With that, we now had access to the World 2 secret level, and I was able to move on to the next required level of the game, Up and Down with Puffy Lifts. After beating that level, we had the Fluff Puff Peaks flying battleship, which I was able to complete very quickly. I bought the Safety Bounce badge from the shop as well as another Wonder Seed, and then I knocked out Countdown to Drop Down, the Break Time Zip Go Round level, and Cruising with Lincoln Lifts. With that done, all we had left was the Fluff Puff Peaks Palace, which I was able to complete pretty quickly. With that, World 2 was now 100% completed, and I was able to move back to the Petal Isles. Dolphin Kick 2 and the Swimming Wriggler race were the next levels that I completed, and then after completing Downpour Uppour, we were able to go into World 3. I do apologize for going over every single level in the game, but seeing as this is a video talking about how I 100% of the game, I figured I had the right to go over every level in the game considering I had to 100% it. Anyway, on to World 3. We got the first Wonder Seed from the Poplin House at the beginning of the world, as well as the seed from the shop at the beginning of the world. After that, I knocked out a couple quick levels, the Hoppy Cat Trial Hop Hop and Away, the Unreachable Treasure Break Time level, the Empty Park Search Party level, and then unlocked the Crouching High Jump badge. With that done, I went to the right side of the world to knock out a couple levels over there, the Anglefish Trial, Ready Aim Fly, and the Watery Wonder Tokens Break Time level. After that, I went back on the main path and knocked out the Midway Trial, Hop to It. I did the Sharp Trial, Launch to Victory, I did the Timer Switch Climb Break Time level, and the Sugar Star Trial Across the Night Sky, which is going to be a very important level for much later in the run. After that, I did the Timer Switch Dash, and I did the final trial, the Zip Track Dash. And with that, World 3 was completed and I was able to go back to the Petal Isles. I knocked out the Jewel Block Cave level, as well as buying the Wonder Seed from the shop that was near World 4. I unlocked the pathway to World 4, but there were a few things I wanted to do before going in. I went back into World 1 and took the teleporter into the Special World, where I did the Pipe Rock Plateau Special level, Bounce Bounce Bounce. This level, while I did end up dying a couple times to it, was a lot of fun once I figured out the gimmick. After that, I went back to the Master Poplin House in World 3 to unlock the entryway to the World 3 special level, which I went ahead and did. And with that done, I went into the World 2 one and did probably the most infamous one, Fluff Puff Peaks, Special Climb to the Beat. I know that a lot of people dislike this level, and for good reason. This level is a very difficult one, but this is probably my favorite level in the game, or at least my favorite in the Special World, even if I did die right at the very end during one of my attempts. But with the first 3 levels in the Special World done, I decided to spend a bunch of my purple coins on the standees, since at that point I had almost maxed out my purple coin count. After obtaining a total of 80 standees, I decided it was finally time to move on into World 4. After getting the first obligatory Wonder Seed from the Poplin House at the beginning of the world, I went ahead and did Armads on the Roll, Break Time Treasure Vault, the Desert Mystery, and rounded things off at the Parachute Cap 2 challenge. With that done, I went into the shop and bought the Timed High Jump badge as well as the next Wonder Seed, before entering into the first required level of the world, Valley Fula Snoodles. After very quickly completing that, I went ahead and did the Crouching High Jump 2 challenge before moving on to the Break Time Bouncy Tune stage. Next was the World 4 Knockout Arena, which was very quick, Color Switch Dungeon, which admittedly took me longer than I'd like to admit to figure out the final puzzle. I did Break Time Lights Out, Repair the Bridge, did Secrets of Shova Mansion, which I ended up having to do twice so that way I could access the secret ending, then knocked out Flight of the Bloomps. With that done, I went ahead and unlocked the Invisibility badge by completing the challenge for it, and gained access to the World 4 Special Stage level. But I'll be doing that a bit later as I wanted to continue on with the rest of World 4. There were a couple levels that I was still missing, one of which was Blooms of the Desert Skies, which took me a little bit to find. After that was Break Time Floating Wonder Tokens, then Ninja Jump Party, Rolling Ball Hall, and Break Time River Run. I knocked out the Break Time Race to Stage level, and last but not least, I did the Search Party Pipe Park level. I went into the Warp Pipe hiding in World 4 in order to get the 50 gold coins from Captain Toad, and then found the Hidden Shop, where I was able to get the Fast Dash badge and 3 more Wonder Seeds. With all that done, all that remained in World 4 was the Palace, which, thanks to the Dolphin Kick badge, went extremely well. With that, World 4 is 100% completed and we can move back to Petal Isles. After sabotaging Bowser Jr.'s airship, I went ahead and knocked out the final 2 levels before World 5, Nausea Lair and Mau Mau Mouthful. Starting off World 5, we did what we did with the last several worlds, getting a free Wonder Seed from the Poplin House at the beginning. Afterwards, we immediately fixed the bridge before going on to the first level of the world, Upshroom Downshroom. After finishing Upshroom Downshroom, we went into Tally's Toxic Pond, knocked out the Break Time event, did Light Switch Mansion, finished off Beware of the Rifts, bought a Wonder Seed from the shop, did the Tumble House Break Time level, and finally made our way into the first required level of the world, an uncharted area, Wubba Ruins. After finishing that level, we took the lower path, and we knocked out another uncharted area, Swaying Ruins. After finishing that off, I went ahead and got the Grappling Vine badge, before swiftly knocking out the next knockout arena. After finishing that off, we did the final uncharted area, Poison Ruins, where I ended up dying at the very end of the level and had to restart the level from the checkpoint. With that done, I went ahead and knocked out Operation Poplin Rescue and obtained our 5th World Seed. With that done, I went back to the Petal Isles, watched the final cutscene, and then went back into World 5 to unlock the entrance to the secret world. With that done, there was only one world left before moving on to the final area. I quickly unlocked the boosting spin jump badge, and sped my way through Muncher Fields, the Petal Metal KO Arena, and the final Wiggler race, which by doing that, we unlocked yet another entrance into the special world. Since my purple coin count was almost maxed out, I went back into the secret world and bought a couple more standees, rounding off at 102 in total. All that remained before the final area now was World 6. Also, if you have been enjoying the video so far, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It's free and it helps out a lot, and you could always unsubscribe at any time. I will be playing through and 100%ing a lot more games later this year, so if you like that type of content, be sure to stick around. Also, just like with prior playthroughs, there will be a public playlist with the unedited gameplay in the description down below. Anyway, on to World 6. We started off with the usual of getting the free Wonder Seed from the Poplin House at the beginning, before moving on to the Search Party Item Park level. After that, I knocked out the Floating High Jump 2 challenge, I broke a rock with the Power of Money, and got another Wonder Seed from a Poplin House. After that, I knocked out Where the Roombas Rule, which I ended up having to play twice in order to get the secret exit, and then did the Boosting Spin Jump 2 challenge. After doing that, I fixed the bridge, knocked out Vars in the Ruins, and got the Wonder Seed from a Poplin shop. I didn't have enough money for the coin magnet badge, so I'll have to come back to that a little later. I went ahead and did the Grappling Vine 2 challenge, I did Pull, Turn, Burn, and got another Wonder Seed from a Poplin House. I broke another rock which unlocked the way back to the beginning of the world, and then I knocked out Bowser Jr.'s flying battleship. After doing that, I broke yet another rock with the Power of Money, and then did Hot Hot Hot, which just like before, I had to end up playing twice in order to get all of the Wonder Seeds. After that, I knocked out Hot Hot Rocks, got another Wonder Seed from a Poplin House, did Wavy Ride through the Magma Tube, I did Dragon Boneyard, and then knocked out a bunch of the remaining badge challenges in a row. Jet Run 2, Invisibility 2, and Spring Feet 2. Doing that not only brought our total number of Wonder Seeds to 28, but also unlocked access to the World 6 special level. After knocking out the final knockout arena, all that remained was the World 6 Palace, which was very quickly completed. After seeing Toad's little dance, we have now completed World 6 and we're going back to the Petal Isles for the final time. Now that I had enough purple coins saved up from completing the rest of the world, I was able to go back into the shop and buy the coin magnet badge that I had to skip earlier. With that done, we were now entering into the final world of the game. Missile Mag Mayhem, High Voltage Gauntlet, Evade the Seeker Bullet Bills, and Knucklefest Bowser's Blazing Beats. With that done, we have collected every single Wonder Seed in the Petal Isles, and am now ready to face off against the final boss on Bowser's Rage stage. This level was fun. Like, there's no other way to say it. This has to be my favorite final boss level in any 2D Mario game. After a groovy battle against the evil King of Koopas himself, we landed the final hit and finished off the world. With that, we have collected every single world seed in the game, but we are not quite done yet. I went into the warp pipe at the beginning of the game to talk to Captain Toad in order to get a couple more flower coins. The only levels left in the game to complete were the final special world levels, Sunbaked Desert Special Pole Blocker Lure, which I ended up struggling a lot on this one jump in particular for some reason, Bungee Mine Special Dangerous Donut Ride, which I ended up completing on the first attempt, and Deep Magma Bog Special Solar Roller, which not only is an absolute tongue twister to say, but is also probably my second favorite of the special levels, even if I did end up dying a couple times. With that done, I knocked out the Petal Isle special way of the Goomba level, which let me be the first to say is probably the worst special level in the entire game, and then went back to World 3. You see, after completing the game, there's a bunch of new badges that you could buy from the shop. The All Elephant Power Badge, All Fire Power Badge, All Bubble Power Badge, and the All Drill Power Badge. With that, we have all but one of the badges, and I went back to the special world to knock out the very last few things that we needed to do. Starting off with the semi-final test, Piranha Plant Reprise. After stocking up our lives, I went through the teleporter and entered the final test Wonder Gauntlet, where I struggled a lot, and died a lot. These levels have a reputation of being extremely difficult, and I could see why. I died a lot on these levels. Eventually, I decided to just switch to Nabbit and get through the level with him, and with that we now have every single Wonder Seed in the game, giving us the second profile medal. We had also collected every single 10 flower badge, which gave us the third medal, as well as unlocking every single golden flagpole, earning us a fourth. With that, there was only one level remaining, the final test badge marathon, the ultimate test of your skills in Super Mario Wonder. Yeah, I failed this one as well. Just like with the previous level, I swapped over to Nabbit and completed it with him. And with that, I went up to the final Poplin House and unlocked the final badge of the game, the secret Sound Off badge. With all the levels in the game completed, I decided to spend the rest of my flower coins on as many standees as I could, stopping at a total of 110. There were a few things I still needed to do before finishing off. I was missing a couple of the standees, and I wanted to have a rematch against the final 2 levels of the game that I had beaten with Nabbit, as it doesn't feel right to beat the game using what I consider to be a cheap character. I went back into World 3 and grinded purple coins for about an hour before finally buying the rest of the standees, giving us our final profile medal. With that, I had technically 100%ed the entirety of Super Mario Wonder, but I wasn't satisfied yet. I wanted a rematch with the final 2 levels of the game. So I bulked up on lives, selected my Yellow Toad, and made it through the Final Test Wonder Gauntlet and the Final Test Badge Gauntlet. And with that, Super Mario Wonder has officially been conquered. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Playing through and 100%ing Super Mario Wonder has been an absolute blast, and I'm very happy that I decided to go on the journey to do this. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more content like this, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It's free, it helps out the channel, and you could always unsubscribe whenever you would like. I plan on uploading the next game I conquer sometime in February, probably towards the middle of the month. So if you would like to see more games be conquered like this, be sure to stick around. I livestream speedruns and 100% video games over on Twitch, as well as have a Twitter where I post updates on games that I'm completing. The links to which will be in the description below, alongside the link to the playlist where you could find the unedited versions of the gameplay. Thank you all so much for watching once again, and I hope you all have a blessed day.